In this series, I'm going to be adventuring around some of the lesser known backpacking spots in Australia and uncovering one of its best kept secrets. Then I'm going to be heading over to Southeast Asia to explore Myanmar, a country that has only really recently opened its borders to tourism. And as always, it's going to be real, it's going to be raw, so that it really shows you what it's like if you go backpacking. Coming up, we explore Bangkok and celebrate New Year's.
In typical Southeast Asia style, it's complete freaking chaos.
Then we take the overnight train up to Chiang Mai for a week of adventures.
You can never do too many cooking courses, right? Let's hope I don't burn the kitchen down. Tom, what have you made?
I don't know what I'm doing. Here she goes.
Previously, I had taken Tom out of his natural tour guiding habitat and we had gone on his first ever backpacking adventure to Southeast Asia. We met up with my childhood friend Anna Marie, who had been teaching out in Cambodia. So after spending a few weeks exploring the islands and the temples, we flew over to Vietnam to make our way down the coast.
You can see this place just comes alive at night, it's amazing! So many lanterns! Tom's first experience of the night train.
We luckily avoided a tropical storm.
It's a bit crazy today!
And spent Christmas in Nha Trang.
Merry Christmas!
Then we finally made it down to Ho Chi Minh City, where we had successfully scared the living daylights out of Dundee with the traffic.
Today we are leaving Saigon and the chaos that is the scooters. We're off to Bangkok! I'm so excited. I love Thailand. I think the reason I love it so much is because it was like the first Southeast Asia country I went to, so it'll always have a special place in my heart. If you fly into Ho Chi Minh, just be prepared for absolute chaos. It's literally like rush hour every single minute of the day here. We're on the way to the airport. This is where we're gonna leave Anna Marie. We're on the plane flying from Ho Chi Minh City to Bangkok for New Year's. We say goodbye to Anna Marie. Love that you're just like, it's about an hour and a half journey. So Tom has no YouTube, so I don't know what he's going to do.
An hour, Charlie.
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half, Charlie.
Now I'm going to let you into a little secret here, and that's that I'm actually a bit scared of flying. I don't even really know how it started, but as I've got older, it just seems to have got worse. I had downloaded a movie off Netflix to distract myself. However, in hindsight, Castaway probably wasn't the best choice. Anyway, after an hour and a half of this panic phase, we finally made it into Bangkok.
We made it to Bangkok! Yeah! We seem to be travelling on like the busiest day of the year. It's like 2 days before New Year's and it has been mental. It just took us 45 minutes to get through immigration. And the queue for the taxi is pretty big. Travel tip. Check that the day you're travelling is not some sort of public holiday or just before a massive holiday, because we are travelling on the Friday before New Year's. It's not the most genius of ideas, basically. Just for anybody that is interested, if you want to get a taxi, you queue up and you get a ticket, and then you can see behind me, they then send you to one of the lanes and you get your taxi, and that's how it works. Lane 1.
Then before we knew it, we were in the chaos of Bangkok.
Tommy Root, where'd you get that fan from?
It's one of a kind. These kind of fans don't grow on trees, you know.
This is Tom's first experience with Koh Sam Road. Good morning! So today is the day before New Year's. We decided we would come to the Grand Palace. Possibly a mistake because so is the rest of Bangkok. It's so different to when I was last here, as in there's about 10 billion people. And we just had to go through security, we had to show ID. The palace opens at 8:30 in the morning. We were planning to get here for 8:30. However, I was really hungry.
Charlie got hungry.
I got hungry and I needed some coffee, and we're now consequently in with the other 5 million people trying to visit today.
Doesn't look that bad in there, Charlie.
It's 500 Thai baht. I think it costs the equivalent of like $20, which for a tourist attraction I guess is quite expensive, but it's a pretty awesome palace. I mean, this is pretty spectacular. We're not sure if we're here on some sort of event though. I don't know if it's because it's almost New Year's, but it's extremely busy and there's a lot of police and guards, and I don't even know where we go in. Maybe we go in there? Where the freaking hell is the entrance? My god, we're a bit lost. Possibly should have done some research here. Let's go up, I think up that way. This rings a bell up that way. We're in our elephant pants, which means we're like a moving target because we look like the biggest tourists ever.
Oh, so let's just lay here on the grass in the shade for a bit.
It's quite nice in the shade. It's a bit sticky. We had to seriously get a wriggle on. We had to just basically like weave in and out of all the tour groups with the flags and.
Past about 500 people.
We must have gone past about 500 people. Consequently now I'm a little bit sweaty. I know it's pretty obvious because it's the same with all temples, but you have to make sure that your shoulders are covered and your knees are covered, so you need to be in long pants. We're beginning to think this is a bad idea. It's just ridiculous. It is round. Here are the rules of the Grand Palace. It is open every day, even if people tell you it's not. This is what it's like. I can't even move. There's too many people. Anyway, I'm going to try and do my best job I can for showing you the Grand Palace. It's going to be a little bit tricky. It's so noisy! But it's totally our fault, because who comes to the Grand Palace the day before New Year's? When everyone is in Bangkok. It's like trying to go to Sydney Opera House on New Year's. There's like 4 million extra people in Sydney. Why would you do that? So it's totally our own fault. Anyway, let's try and ignore the people and get on with seeing this beautiful palace.
A few of the things that we were going to be doing over the next week I had actually done before, almost 10 years ago. I was in exactly the same situation as Dundee, as I was on my first proper backpacking trip back in 2009. I was travelling with my friend Gemma, who I'd met at uni, and we'd flown into Singapore, made our way up through Malaysia to spend a whole month in Thailand, and we filmed the whole adventure.
We're such geeks, look at me and then look at Charlie. On the floating market currently, just perusing.
Well, this is a good video diary here, look. This was back in the day before the world of Instagram had taken over, or vlogging was even a thing. In fact, we didn't even have a smartphone, and we were filming on tape.
So anyway, got to keep this short because I'm running out of tape, so here we go.
Why is it flashing at me?
That's your tape, shit out. You still got like 5 minutes left.
Looking back on it, I almost wish it could be like that now, as there was no pressure to get the perfect Instagram shot, and it was much more fun getting around without using Google Maps.
That's the busiest camera's ever been.
Oh my god, we've never had this many people doing video diary. I am about to drop it in the sea though. Anyway, since I have a lot to say on this matter, I'd best leave it for another time. So, back to the Grand Palace.
It's hotter than the sun right now, but look how beautiful it is! It's sparkling!
It's so amazing!
It's not that bad. It was really hectic back there.
Yeah.
We found a shady, sort of chilled out spot now. It's good. You know.
Chilling by this guy. Tom is loving the paintings because he's making up stories about what's really happening.
This bloke here, he's the gecko spotter. See? He's pointing at the gecko. He's going, "Hey, there's a gecko over
The
here."
gecko spotter. Doesn't like the sun. He's Australian, he doesn't like the sun. It's so worth coming here. I mean, I literally was like, oh god, the crowds of people, but it's totally worth it. Oh god, wow, it is mighty hot today, so excuse the stickiness. Wow, there's a really loud bird up there. So, if you're coming to the Grand Palace, just be aware that there is a little scam that they pull where, as you're walking up, a lot of the Thai tuk-tuk drivers and even sometimes the guards that work here will tell you that the palace is closed, even when it's not. Because what they try and do is say, oh, the palace is closed today, but I'll take you to another palace. So just be wary that they will try and pull that scam on you just so that they can take you to their tailor shops and then to another palace. Just come to the gate for yourself, and if it is closed then you're just unlucky, but just check for yourself, because if anyone else on the way tells you that the palace is closed, just ignore them. I finished doing my little time lapse now, so I'm gonna go and try and find Tom, who's looking at paintings somewhere. He seems to be obsessed with the paintings. I think I'm melting my camera in the sun. Oops. I just have to say something, because we've come to this bar and it's the first time since we've been in Bangkok that I've genuinely just felt like negative vibes at a bar. And do you know the reason? Everyone is on their phones. Traveling never used to be like this. They're on their phones. 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 It's get off your phones. The whole atmosphere in this bar is awful. I don't even know why we're sat here having a beer, because it's like everyone is either on a computer or their phones. And I know that I am not the best example for this, because I do have to work online and I do have to do Instagram, etc. But seriously, what do you think about the phone situation, Roo?
I don't know. Sometimes you need a bit of time on your phone, but I think you're out in a bar, New Year's Eve.
Yeah. On another note, Leo is quite a nice beer. Quite enjoying it. On our walk back to the hotel, we have found the most awesome place. The Kitty Cafe! You get to come and have coffee with cats! So cute! Oh my god! Oh my god, it's like my heaven. It is not Tom's heaven. It's New Year's Day. We decided we wanted to do a tour today in the morning, and I really wanted to go to the floating markets again because it was pretty awesome last time, so we just booked like just the floating markets. And then interestingly, I looked at this poster of like things you could do, so we are just doing the floating markets. And then I saw this Tiger Temple, and I have a lot to say about this. Mainly because I did not know it was still running. We actually went like 10 years ago. I don't really know what we thought. I don't know if we thought that it was actually just going to be okay, or we just didn't believe the rumours, because at that point it was just rumours. But I have proof on camera that it's pretty much not rumours. Here you go, you can see for yourself.
This footage was filmed by both Gemma and myself back in 2009, and as you can see, this tiger can barely walk.
So, as I said, I didn't even realise that Tiger Temple was still running. I thought it'd been closed down. It might be, this might just be an old sign. I mean, it is Thailand. However, I'm gonna have a look when I get back, because if it is still running.
After doing some research, I found out that Tiger Temple was in fact closed down in 2016. However, I did discover this shocking news, which is why I felt the need to put this section in.
Workers from the Department of National Parks raided last year and rescued almost 150 tigers. They also seized the frozen remains of tiger cubs and other animal parts. Now the temple has been awarded a government license to build a new zoo. 22 people were charged with a variety of offences, including wildlife trafficking. But so far there have been no convictions, and there is a feeling that without that there is very little the Department of National Parks can do to stop those same people starting over again.
Obviously, this footage doesn't confirm anything, but let's be honest, it doesn't look good. And to think that the same people could be setting up a new tourist attraction and have such easy access to animal trafficking and illegal trade is a very scary prospect. I'm ashamed to say that back in 2009 we didn't do any research and just jumped on the tourist bandwagon, ticking off this bucket list item. However, now information is much easier to share, I feel like I have a duty to tell this story so that if the new attraction does open, you can make a judgment for yourself.
So we're at the floating market. In typical Southeast Asia style, it's complete freaking chaos. Not gonna lie, it's not going well. Are we getting this one? This is chaotic! And off we go!
Hello, coconut.
Oh god, yeah, sticky rice.
Coconut thing, coconut ice cream.
Coconut ice cream, it's like 7 in the morning. It's crazy. It's like Clapham Junction in here. That's for you, Jem.
It's like Clapham Junction in here.
This is insane. Race for impact. Little tip for you, make sure you get to the floating market in Bangkok before 10 o'clock because it gets really busy. Now it's rammed. This is cheating. That is cheating.
Whole place to get stood up smoke.
I know, a million people queuing up here. Right now. Well, that was fun. What did you think of that experience?
It was cool. Very cool. I mean, where else are you going to see that?
New Year's Eve tour.
Actual New Year's Eve.
It's the last day of 2017. I don't even know what we're doing now. Okay. Tom's first mango sticky rice. What do you reckon, Tom?
Yeah.
Better than when I cooked it, right?
Yeah.
He's loving it.
When you eat it, just point the corner off the bag. And you can control it.
It's not quite the peaceful experience it was last time I came here. All these outboards are a bit crazy. The amount of smoke that's coming out of them. Really? It's ridiculous, no? Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
I didn't really want to have to deal with the hassle of being in a dorm, especially on New Year's Eve. I just thought, oh my god, that's just a bit too much. I may be a little bit too old for that. So I thought we'd splash out and get a hotel. Tom is in the background there, just watching some YouTube, just chilling. So yeah, we have a hotel room, which is quite nice, which also means that I've got a desk to sit at to get some work done. Happy New Year! So it's the 1st of January today, and surprisingly enough, I think for the first time in my life, I'm not super hungover. So I thought I'd just get some admin done. I'm just downloading footage and checking stuff off my memory cards, putting it onto my hard drives, whilst also watching a bit of Paddy's vlog. He is currently going around northern Thailand on his bike, doing some solo Christmas specials from the Budgeteers, and it's awesome. Like, I'm really blown away by it. He's really good. They do epic adventures, so I didn't really know what to expect when he said he was doing daily vlogs, but it's amazing. It's so engaging and I just can't stop watching them. They're awesome. So well done, Paddy. Loving it. We are heading up to Chiang Mai next, and I'm hoping to meet Paddy for the first time, which will be really fun because I talk to him a lot. He often helps out with like my edits and gives me some advice and stuff, so I'm really excited to finally meet him, I hope, if he's not too busy. I also just wanted to, at this point, I guess, emphasize that if you are doing like YouTube or travel vlogging or anything like that, like, you do have to kind of factor in that it's not all just like go, go, go. You have to take time to do like all your admin, check all your footage and do all this sort of stuff. You can't just constantly be on the go. As I go along, I make sure that every few days, if not every day, I back up all of my footage onto 2 hard drives. So I have 2 mirrored hard drives, just in case one like corrupted, because that would be devastating if I like lost 2 months of travel footage and all my stories and everything. I also have to carry my laptop around, which is kind of heavy and annoying, but you know, I just have to. Been a pretty good first day of the year. 2nd of January, we came to the big shopping centre to get Tom's phone fixed, and we've ended up in the cinema. Oops. So far on our Asia trip, for being here for 2 months, we've now seen Jumanji on Christmas Day, and today we are watching The Greatest Show. I think that's what it's called. Oh, well, the ticket just says greatest. That's not very helpful.
The extra large is available in cayenne, moss, and aubergine.
We have had a very unproductive day because I was quite hungover. Last night I met up with a guy I'd actually met like 2 years ago on Fraser Island. And we went for some casual beers that turned into a lot of casual beers. He's about to eat a scorpion! Ah! And eating some bugs. I think he ate a scorpion, I think it was. Anyway, we are on the overnight train going from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. I deliberately had booked one of the new trains, train number 9, which is one of the new Chinese trains, and it is so much smarter than the other ones. It's amazing, so I definitely recommend doing this. This is our train carriage. I'll show you around a little bit. It's super smart, I love it.
Since Bangkok was very busy after New Year's, I'd actually booked this train a couple of months ago through my favourite site, the Man in Seat 61. The reason I love this website so much is it gives you very clear information on the options for buying tickets, when the busy periods may be, and it even gives you examples of how the train ticket will look. I found this website about 10 years ago when I was looking to find out the information about the differences between the classes, and I've just used it ever since. So this is how I found out about the new Chinese-built second-class sleeper, and so since I'd done this journey before, I thought it'd be fun to check it out. The Man in Seat 61 will then give you a link should you wish to buy your tickets in advance. We obviously did, as it was so busy in Bangkok, and the original train I'd wanted to book was actually for the day before. However, that was booked out even 2 months in advance.
There's a whole dining cart on this train. It's crazy, with hot food. We're eating some seafood rice. Yep, it's so smart. I can't believe we're on a train in Thailand. I mean, trains in England aren't this good. Just to be clear, I'm pretty sure this is only on the new train. Just be careful. If you book the other one thinking you're going to get a whole new dining cart. I don't know. They might have it, I don't know. My little bed cubicle. I have like a curtain, got a plug. This is luxury. Bangkok has killed me a little bit. You can tell on my face. do with the fact that this massive bright light didn't go out right next to your bed.
So after not the best night's sleep, we finally made it to Chiang Mai. We dropped our bags at the hostel as it was obviously too early to check in and decided to go for a wander. Then we went to go and check out a 3D gallery that Jack and Amanda from Series 1 had recommended.
That was amazing! Come to this place, you come to Chiang Mai. It's pretty awesome. I mean, it did cost us like the equivalent of £10, but well worth it. We've just spent how long in there?
2.5 hours.
It was amazing! Cue montage of the silliness that happened for the last 2.5 hours. Go! Tom is fascinated already. Honestly, how cool is this that you download the app and then the art comes alive? It's alive!
It's so bizarre.
It's so bizarre, isn't it?
So you can record on the phone, yeah?
Over here you can turn into a mermaid! I don't think Tom enjoyed it that much.
Move your legs up, Charlie. It's gonna get your feet. It's got your feet. That croc just took your feet, like on the first bite. Oh, Charlie, it's raining so much over there. Oh, you died.
Are you loving it, Roo?
It's really fun.
It's really funny.
You're gonna reach across and shut you.
We're like walking around the tombs. Well, that's a dead end. It's like a maze in here. I don't even know what's going on now. I've lost Tom. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh my god. That was a narrow escape.
That's what you'll get, Charlie.
Okay, I'm so hungry. We kind of missed lunch and it's now like 6:30 and we haven't eaten since like breakfast at like 9. So it's time for some food, I think. I don't know if I'm more nervous for doing the actual flight of the Gibbon zip lining or just in the minivan going up the side of a mountain.
Yeah, she does exaggerate a little bit.
Really?
It's a bit crazy.
So I did this like 8 years ago. Was it 8? I don't know. I did this the first time I ever came to Thailand. I'm still a bit scared though because I know it's got a lot bigger since I last did it. I guess this is where we're signing our lives away.
Here she goes.
What's your name, sir?
Tom. Okay. Is it Tom? Oh.
Today we are pretending to be gibbons. Fly through the trees. Maybe we'll fall to our death.
You probably will, Charlie.
Yeah, probably. I think we're about to have the safety demo. We never had this last time. How times have changed. First one, 600 meters. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, see you.
That was amazing! So fast!
Acting like you don't care, like a nightmare. What happened to us?
This is totally different to last time. There's like bridges and everything. Oh my god, look at this. We're going down these steps down here. Wah! This is really like terrifying. And this camera is so not attached to me properly.
you are done the zip line, I think it's lemon and honey, okay? Hot.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Am I screaming too much? I'm gonna drop my camera. We're going fast.
Right. 3, 2, 1, see you.
Cause I'm a satellite around you.
Alright.
Nothing's gonna bring me down.
2, 1, see you, Tom.
We're doing this one together.
If anything's gonna go wrong, it's this one.
Yeah.
Let's go.
As long as the stars
I think this one you're supposed to grab on at the end, otherwise you get stuck in the middle, and now we've got this scenario going on.
So sexy. Are you ready? Step back.
Oh my god.
3.
nothing's gonna bring me down.
That's the best one.
Yes.
Ooh, that was a bit scary.
As long as the stars in your eyes. As long as the stars.
I don't know where we're going.
Down there.
Oh, we're going down though.
Are you ready? Stand up, please. Go.
Pow.
Oh, it's filming. I thought you were taking photos.
I'm filming, yeah, I'm filming. Fly the Gibbon. Done. We were amazing Gibbons, weren't we? I mean, we did some pretty
Gibbons ever.
best Gibbons ever. We did some pretty awesome flying, I think. What is he even doing? Today, we are doing a cooking course. I'm so excited. Again, I have done one of these before, but I mean, you can never do too many cooking courses, right? Basically, it involves a day of eating. My kind of day. You get to pick what you want to cook from each thing. I think I'm gonna go for the pad thai, green curry, obviously, because green curry is my favorite. And then maybe spring roll, and then mango sticky rice. So first up, the market. Gotta go and get the food to cook with. I'm super excited for this. I love cooking and I love eating.
It was bound to happen, cause your heart is caving in.
A brilliant system in the background here for keeping the flies off the food.
You bother, this is nothing you can run from.
Make sure I'm look good.
Yeah, of course, always.
Makeup. So this is about the seasoning that we're gonna use today. What is this? TikTok,
Fish sauce.
Fish-
Very good, 10 points.
Ah,
What is this?
Oyster sauce.
Okay, 10 points, 10 points.
we are currently doing pad thai. Let's hope I don't burn the kitchen down. We are the pad thai team. I'm trying to mix and film and we've done it right. I don't know.
It looks different to mine.
It looks different to everyone. Why does mine look different? My first dish, pad thai.
We try so hard to stop it.
One of those shrimp.
I hope we make it, cause we can't change it anyway. For soon it's all
Hot and sour prawn soup and the chicken in coconut milk are same ingredients.
you've been running again. Before you know it, it's all over. So enjoy.
Okay, so we're doing tom yum with prawns, I think. I don't know. But this is the ingredient. Soup is cooking. Dish number 2. Sweet and sour with prawns. Yum. What have Tom created? What is it? Do you know what you've created? Yours went totally wrong, did you say?
I did it wrong.
You did it wrong. What did you do wrong?
Wrong sequence of ingredients.
The wrong sequence of ingredients.
And then add the seasoning in. Mix. Okay.
Okay, up we go.
Still gonna go wrong.
Wow, master chef.
Tom's the master chef now.
separate the pastry. And then you point the corner to your body like this, and then take the filling. Use the egg to make it like blue.
What have I got to lose? What have I got to choose for you to leave my heart? When I think about you, I must remember to stop.
Tom, what have you made?
I don't know what I'm doing, I'm gonna be honest.
Glass noodle, add everything in, please.
Everything.
Everything, except the plate.
Except the plate.
Then you just slide it in. Deep fry them until they look golden brown.
Our spring rolls, they're coming to life. Always gotta make it look fancy.
Heart is pounding in my chest like an earthquake up to it best. What have I got to lose? What have I got?
Tom and I are cooking together. When I say we're cooking together, I mean he's doing all the hard work here. Course 4, Thai green curry. I try and make this at home and it never turns out like this. Hell yeah, look at that. Time for the last dish of the day, mango sticky rice, yeah!
As you can imagine, after all that food, we just had a pretty chilled evening. Then the next day we did some more exploring. I did some reminiscing from when I was last in Chiang Mai with my friend Gemma almost 10 years ago.
So I'm breaking into the hostel that I stayed in last time when I came here. Especially for you, Jem.
So after a little swim, we will be going to Planet's Cocktail.
We had to go for a swim first because it's like 11 in the morning, so...
Yeah.
Is it later?
But it's half 11 now,
Oh, yeah.
so half
That's
past
more
11.
appropriate.
Exactly.
Then that evening we met up with fellow YouTubers Dane and Stacey and Paddy from the Budgeteers.
You're paying me.
Seriously? Meet Paddy from the Budgeteers.
As you can imagine, it did get a little bit messy. Yeah, it's a Long Island iced tea. A pint off.
Meanwhile, here we come. It is stunning here. It's so amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Here it is. All the plans have just been thrown up in the air because we want to go and do this hike. We've been going uphill for like 2 hours or something. When you need a walking stick, it's a serious hike. I'm exhausted. Whoa! I have never seen anything like this. Bring your A game because you're gonna need it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching, guys, and remember that if you would like to explore some of these places and think you might like to go on a tour around Southeast Asia, then I really recommend the Dragon Trip, who are the company that I travelled China with in Series 1. Plus, you can get a discount if you use my code in the description box below. And as always, I'm more than happy to answer any questions. Just drop me a message.